perfect square. It carries two things. The most popular being the square number. So a perfect square is a square. When a mathematician uses the phrase a perfect square, is mostly referring to a square number or a quadratic expression whose discriminant is 0. If the discriminant is 0, what will happen is that if you substitute any integer in it, you will get a square number. So the phrase perfect square can refer directly, which is what happens in most cases, to a square number, or an expression that will lead you to a square number. So for example, this expression x squared plus 2x plus 1 is a perfect square. Because any integer you put into it will lead you to a square number. And how you know without the substitution is to check the discriminant. So the discriminant here is 2 squared minus 4 into 1 into 1. What do we have?
0.
0. Another example of a perfect square, x squared plus 10x plus 25. So, perfect square. Exact square is a ratio of two square numbers. So, in other words, an exact square is a square of a rational number. So, it should rather be said that for the exact square, the root is not necessarily an integer. For the exact square, the root is not necessarily an integer. That should have been the case. So the square of 2 over 5 is an exact square. Because the square of 2 over 5 is 4 over 25. And 4 over 25 is a ratio of two square numbers. Remember we said an exact square is a ratio of two square numbers. That's equivalent to say is the square of a rational number. That's it. But even if the rational number is negative, it can still be, this square can be expressed as a square of 2. For example, negative 2 over 5. So negative 2 over 5. The square is the same as the square of 2 over 5, which is 4 over 25. That is an exact square. So perfect square, square number, exact square. Is that okay? What is a set? Any question? What is a centered square number?